Greetings, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. We've made it to Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, and I'm so delighted that you're tuning in for another few minutes of daily reflection. Let's see, today, it's going to be another basically 80-degree day and cloudy here in the New York City area. I think we're just on the precipice of it kind of dropping into the 60s and 70s here pretty shortly for the proper fall. So I think apple picking has got to happen pretty soon before the apples are gone. And I'm scheming to figure out when we can do that, get some apple cider donuts. Maybe I shouldn't use plural for that. Maybe I should just say donut. See, I'm already scheming to have more than one. Well, they're pretty small. But I really enjoy apple picking in the fall. What do you like to do in the fall? I know people in my family like to bake certain things, and of course the baking really never completely wanes, does it? For those who bake, they like to bake all year round. But the fall is particularly nice with some of the vegetables and things you can use. Anyway, so that's there. Our random city for today is Puerto Varas in Chile. So let's take a quick look. Puerto Varas, also known as, oh gosh, I can't even pronounce this, La Ciudad de las Rosas, the city of roses, is a city and commune located in southern Chilean province of Linquihue. I'm not sure how to say it, in the Los Lagos region. Interestingly, it was essentially founded by German immigrants. And so it's known for German traditions. It's a very scenic location close to mountains, lakes, forests, and natural parks. The pictures look amazing. And so it's got the second, let's see, it's a few miles away from the second largest lake in Chile. But this is what I found interesting. The origin of the city of Puerto Varas dates to 1853 and is named after Antonio Varas, the Minister of the Interior at the time. It was founded by German immigrants who settled the shores of the lake nearby as part of the government colonization project during the presidency of Manuel Montt, 1851 to 1861. And there were some other settlers from what is now known as the Czech Republic who settled in another town nearby. So it's kind of an interesting region. But what are they experiencing way down there in Puerto Varas? Well, today their high is going to be a remarkably chillier 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 14 degrees Celsius. And it looks like cloudy and rainy all week long. It says if you're a fan of warm weather and outdoor activities, the summer months, December to March, are ideal. So they're approaching summer pretty soon. So I assume it's going to get much warmer down there. So another place to add to the list of potential spots to visit. What else in random trivia today? And this is only going to really appeal to fans of American television. But two notable TV shows started many years ago. In 1960, on this day, the Flintstones made its television debut. 1960, what is that? 65 years ago. Wow. Fred Flintstone, Wilma, the whole crew. And Cheers, the famous sitcom, debuted in 1982 on this day. Wow. So what is that, 18? Yeah, that's a long time ago. Is that 43 years ago? That can't be right. Yeah, 43 years ago. Wow. Amazing. So time really flies, and it's pretty amazing. Let's see, just a random thought. Man, there's been a lot in the news about this Ryder Cup, where Europe won, which was great for them, and but the behavior of the American golf fans there, just despicable. I mean, attacking the wives of these golfers personally, and throwing beer at one of the wives, and just behaving boorishly, and it's just another symptom of a society really struggling with its moral center, with its ethical center, with its very being, its identity. And a fish rots from the top, from the head, and I think we've got actually both directions, to be honest. And we're going to need to confront it, because it's going to get worse until it gets better. And we choose to reintroduce decency as a top value. And so I hope we do that sooner than later. I think it's going to be, things tend to get worse until it's so painful that you change. I mean, that seems to be the human condition, and Americans are not immune to this. We can see this throughout history and the world, but we are not immune to it. And it is hard. It is hard every day to see this kind of stuff and feel good about, your country and what you're doing and the relational architecture of the country that is so shattered right now. So, I'm hoping to find ways to do my little part in the world to make it stronger and better. And I don't know why I don't know if it's related or not, but it comes up in my mind, so it's related. And so my theme for today and what I was reflecting on was somewhere along the line, everything became about how many followers that you have. Social media has really had, I think, a net negative impact. And we all use it. Most of us do anyway. But I have to say, the net impact, I'm not convinced is positive. And one of the reasons is because of the behavioral economics of it. That, we're worried about how many people are following us, when the real question is, what kind of relationship do we have with the people in our lives? That's actually more important, because followers are fickle. They can unfollow you in a second. If you don't really have a relationship, if you don't know them, and it's not a two-way street, then, that's not a relationship in the traditional sense. It's someone who's paying attention to you in the attention economy. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with having followers. And I'm not among those who isn't interested. That's a bit of a double negative. I'm interested in, how many followers I have on LinkedIn, for example. At the same time, the more I have thought deeply about what's important and how to craft, the next 10 to 20 years of my life and what kind of existence I want to have and what kind of impact I want to have, the more I keep coming back to, okay, that's great, but to some degree we've been sold a bill of goods that, there are people, for example, who make more money with smaller followings because they have a better relationship with the following that they have. And I've always found that fascinating. So there's just so many things that we have kind of evolved to with technology that are kind of based on, I don't know if it's lies, but certainly misrepresentations, and it's pointing our minds at the wrong things. So what would it look like, and maybe you're not like this, but what would it look like to not care about how many followers and to care more about the connection you have with the people who do pay attention to what you have to say? If you've got 100 people who really respect what you have to say, and they respect your character and your integrity and your viewpoint, my goodness, there's not a whole lot you couldn't accomplish with 100 people that really respect your point of view and respect you. And so I've been kind of shifting my own metrics recently. It's not that I don't want followers, but I want the quality of the connections to be rich. And so I hope that's helpful to you in whatever endeavors that you're undertaking. It's okay to reflect. Think about what are the metrics that matter for you, and it doesn't have to be what you keep seeing in sort of the public space. Maybe built on a misrepresentation anyway. All right, with that, I'm going to leave you for today. Be good to yourself and others. Thanks for listening. Share this daily reflection with a friend, and we will check back with you again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye for now.